I will not spin plates to make everyone happy.
I will not duck to avoid hitting the glass ceiling.
I will not stay in a small box where I cannot control my life.
I will not just stand on the sidelines and cheer the team on.
I will not carry ancestral baggage, fearful that if I lay down, there will be no purpose in my life.
I will not do something well that doesn't make me happy.
I will not speak so softly that my voice is not heard.
I will not sit at home while others experience the world.
I will not wear masks to avoid being seen fully or upsetting others.
I will not convince myself that tomorrow will suffice when it comes to following my bliss.
I will not play follow the leader unless I am the leader.
Follow your bliss.
Good afternoon. Welcome to today's episode of Hear Me Roar. I'm your host, Shelby Steele.
And I'm Haley Dyer.
And today on our show, we're going to focus on women in non-traditional roles. And that's just basically, you have a persona in your head, like if I say professor, you think of a male figure. And so we're just going to focus more on that and try to wrap our minds around how the world is changing and how it's going to start getting more equalized in the certain industries.
Yeah. I think it's going to be a really great show. We have some awesome guests today. We have a banjo player, and we also have a professor. And usually when you think of banjo players, especially in Appalachia, you usually think of males, but she's very good, and we have just a great show ahead. So I think it's going to be awesome.
And she just started playing too. We actually had her last episode. She did a little song for us, and we just loved her and had to get her back and see what she was all about. And
so how was your week this week, by the way?
It was good. Yesterday was Haley's birthday.
Yep, I was 20. I'm 20 now.
Yeah, but this week on campus we have a lot of homecoming events that we're going to focus a little bit on, and we also have Halloween coming up. Do you have any homecoming or Halloween plans?
I might go watch a scary movie, but we'll see.
Well, I have a lot going on for homecoming this week with my sorority and stuff. We have a lot of alum coming in, so it's going to be a good week. I
think so too.
We'll be right back after this.
Claypool Young Art Gallery, located in the center of campus, offers a wide variety of art pieces from various contemporary artists in America. Exhibitions rotate approximately once a month and also hosts art pieces created by Morehead State University students, allowing art majors to experience the learning process of showcasing their art. Claypool Young Art Gallery. Come on over today and be inspired by aspiring MSU artists.
All that we are is the result of what we have thought. The mind is everything. What we think, we become. I'm Tony Hobbs, host of MSPR's new show, Good Vibes. Each week, I'll be sifting through hours of material to bring you the best in adult alternative music. You can expect to hear from bands such as Coldplay, Mumford & Sons, The Kicks, and much more. Good Vibes, Mondays from 7 to 10 p.m. on Morehead State Public Radio.
Morehead State University's new state-of-the-art Recreation and Wellness Center offers you the opportunity to get in shape. Come enjoy our track overlooking the basketball courts, or take our bikes, ellipticals, treadmills, Stairmasters, and other cardio machines for a spin to help you break a sweat. And once you've worked up and breathing, pump some iron down in our weight room. Come visit MSU's new Recreation Wellness Center, open 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. on weekdays, today.
Who are you? Need a ride?
Need a ride? Next time, call the MSU van, 783-8747. We're happy to help.
Like I said before, this week is homecoming week, and the theme is now and then. And we have a little segment for you guys to watch. It's about Bloody Round.
Yeah, Bloody Round, it was just a play that kind of talked about the founding of our school. and I just think it's going to be really great. So you can take a look.
Moorhead wasn't much then. The railroad had come in, but the town was rough, and the county was poor. Now, the only thing they raised here was hell. And I soon found out that people around here didn't forget old grudges.
Well, the Rowan County War was one of something over a dozen family feuds that took place primarily in eastern Kentucky in the 30 to 40 years following the Civil War. It began in a specific instance, and then it tended to spill over into other incidents. Different people would say that it started from different causes, but what we present here is the generally held account that it began in a fight on an election day in August 1884. The way that the thing ended in the summer of 1887 was in a 2.5 hour long running gun battle on what we then called Railroad Street. First Street now in the area between the Folk Arts Center and the Conference Center, and bordered in the other direction by the freight station, formerly Freight Station Liquor Store. That area was the scene of a wild shooting spree that resulted in 4 members of the Tolliver side being killed, and that's really, I suppose, what you would say put an end to the acute part of the Rowan County War. MSU is celebrating its 125th anniversary. We're also observing the 125th anniversary of the end of the feud, and Moorhead State was very interested in our developing a play about the feud as part of their year-long observance of the 125th anniversary. So with some encouragement from MSU, I finally got this idea out of my head and onto paper and on a stage. We have had people whose ancestors were participants in the feud, who did great violence on other people back 125 years ago. And they've all said that they have learned about their family heritage from that. They don't mind the depiction of their ancestors in an accurate way. This is an area where people take a keen interest in local history. And in this particular slice of local history, the feud story in particular, it's just something that they really are eager to know about.
Do you wish there was somewhere you could go for all your university-related purchases? Did you know that there is? The University Bookstore, located on the first floor of ADUC, has all of your answers. They have school supplies, art supplies, university apparel, and of course, textbooks. Be sure to stop by and visit the University Bookstore today. Moorhead State University's new state-of-the-art Recreation and Wellness Center offers you the opportunity to get in shape. Come enjoy our track overlooking the basketball courts, or take our bikes, ellipticals, treadmills, Stairmasters, and other cardio machines for a spin to help you break a sweat. And once you've worked up and breathing, pump some iron down in our weight room. Come visit MSU's new Recreation Wellness Center, open 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. on weekdays today.
Seven eight three eight seven four seven.
Who are you?
Need a ride? Need a ride? Next time, call the MSU van, 783-8747. We're happy to help.
Welcome back to Hear Me Roar. Now in the studio we have Maddie Decker. She is a professor here at MSU. She's going to tell us a little more about herself because like I said before, when you have a professor in your mind, you automatically assume that it's a guy. But she's going to change our mind on that and tell us more about herself. So welcome to the show, Maddie.
Hi, thank you so much for inviting me.
So nice to have you.
Thank you. I teach in the College of Education in the Department of Early Childhood, Elementary, and Special Education. For many years I was a special educator in the public schools. I taught early childhood and also in middle school. And I've been here at Morehead State for 10 years. I'm in my 11th year here and I love being here.
So what brought you to Morehead?
Well, I, as I said, was a classroom teacher for many years and went back to graduate school and earned the doctorate degree from the University of Memphis. And there was an opening here, and I was very drawn to be here because of the beauty of the location, the Daniel Boone National Forest. I'd never been to Kentucky before, but it was at a time in my life when I really wanted to do something new, and it was a real blessing. I love being here. It's wonderful.
So Maddie, earlier you were telling us about when you first started, I think you're in 5th grade, you said that someone had told you something that kind of shocked you. Do you want to?
Oh, yes, I do remember. Well, you were asking me about my goals as a child. Well, when I was in 5th grade, I thought I loved music, and I thought I wanted to be a conductor of an orchestra. And I was sitting outside my brother's closed bedroom door, and he was playing some gorgeous piece. He was a lot older than I. In fact, he was, I think, by then at Georgia Tech. But he was playing some gorgeous music, and I was conducting. And he came out, and he found me. And he said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm going to be a conductor one day." And he said, "You can't do that. Girls aren't conductors. Those are for men." And he stormed off. And I remember thinking, well, I believed him. Now, that was a long, long time ago. And your comment about gender and professors has really changed since I began. I actually did have a woman professor, but I only remember one, and this was in Atlanta at Georgia State University, and she was an African American whom I adored. I remember her as a mentor, and it didn't really occur to me that that was a role just for men. But certainly that has been in the culture, and the ideas have been there.
All right, hold on to that thought.
All right.
We'll be right back after this.
Do you wish there was somewhere you could go for all your university-related purchases? Did you know that there is? The University Bookstore, located on the first floor of ADUC, has all of your answers. They have school supplies, art supplies, university apparel, and of course, textbooks. Be sure to stop by and visit the University Bookstore today. Morehead State University's new state-of-the-art Recreation and Wellness Center offers you the opportunity to get in shape. Come enjoy our track overlooking the basketball courts, or take our bikes, ellipticals, treadmills, Stairmasters, and other cardio machines for a spin to help you break a sweat. And once you've worked up and breathing, pump some iron down in our weight room. Come visit MSU's new Recreation Wellness Center, open 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. on weekdays today.
Seven eight three 8747.
Who are you?
Need a ride? Need a ride? Next time, call the MSU van, 783-8747. We're happy to help.
welcome back to Hear Me Roar. So we're talking to Maddie, and like you said, how you felt when your brother had told you. What would you have to say to young girls who may share the same experience about what they plan to do with their careers?
Well, it's interesting that you would put the question to me that way, because just yesterday on campus, someone gave me something that I just put up on my door, and it's a quote of Emily Dickinson, which says, "I dwell in possibility." So I guess to answer your question specifically, I would tell young girls to really dwell in possibility, to think about those things that they're called to do, and to not deviate, to just stay on track and do the things that will help you get to that place, which is, for example, my doctoral research was on the importance of self-efficacy in learning how we feel we are able to do things, and the importance of models. So I say, go and find models, people who are doing the things that you dream about doing, and not let anything stop you.
That's a great answer. Thank you.
Earlier you were talking about you like to travel. Do you want to elaborate more on?
I'd love to, because I think that's a very important part of education, actually. I was very, very blessed when I was 17. My graduating class at Druid Hills High School in Atlanta went to Europe, and I was 17. And it really opened my eyes and enlarged my scope at that early age. And then becoming a professor and being here, I was lucky to be able to go to Paris and teach in the Keys program one summer. Last year I was able to present a paper in England. Just recently I traveled to South Korea and visited kindergartens. I'm saying this because I know travel is not for everyone, but I find it so enriching, and at least at this point in my life, I find it is a particular way of making sure that I'm staying open and fresh with what's going on in the world, and so.
Well, unfortunately, Maddie, that's all the time we have today.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thank
it's a pleasure.
you for coming.
Thank you so
Maddie.
much. Bye-bye.
We'll be right back after this.
Claypool Young Art Gallery, located in the center of campus, offers a wide variety of art pieces from various contemporary artists in America. Exhibitions rotate approximately once a month and also hosts art pieces created by Morehead State University students, allowing art majors to experience the learning process of showcasing their art. Claypool Young Art Gallery. Come on over today and be inspired by aspiring MSU artists.
For students living both on and off campus, come check out the new POD store, located in Alumni Tower. POD store is a great way for students on campus to go grocery shopping without leaving campus, or for students looking for a place to spend flex dollars on drinks, snacks, and supplies. Remember, if you're by Alumni Tower, visit the POD store to the right of the catwalk for products on demand when you want them.
Do you wish there was somewhere you could go for all your university-related purchases? Did you know that there is? The University Bookstore, located on the first floor of ADUC, has all of your answers. They have school supplies, art supplies, university apparel, and of course, textbooks. Be sure to stop by and visit the University Bookstore today.
Back to Hear Me Roar. Now in the studio we have Montana Hobbs, and like we said before, she's a banjo player. So we're going to talk to her and get a feel of how she got started and how she ended up where she is today. So welcome to the show, Montana.
Thank you so much, girls. Good to be here.
Can you tell us a little more about yourself?
Well, I am a senior here at Morehead, a senior. I'll graduate when I get there.
I'm a sociology major and I'm minoring in Appalachian Studies and Traditional Music. And with that, I take a lot of classes at the Kentucky Center for Traditional Music. And we have a new building now. It's a really beautiful building, and it's on East 1st Street. It's the big orange building out there. You'll see a lot of people walking in with heavy instruments and stuff like that. And we have a lot of fun there and just learn a lot about music and different types of music.
So how long have you played the banjo?
I've played the banjo for a little over a year. I started taking lessons last year under our director at the KCTM, Raymond McLean, and last September, I guess it was, and I've just kept up with it. And we have ensembles. We get to play in bands, so we get that kind of experience too, and it's really helpful. So, just a year.
All right. Like we said earlier, when you think of a banjo player, it's not really someone that is a girl, I would say. So how did you get involved and start in playing the banjo?
Well, really, a lot of my friends play music, but they play the guitar, and I would always try to get somebody to teach me how to play the guitar. Didn't really have a lot of motivation to teach myself, and I never really clicked with it, but when I started playing the banjo, I caught an ear for it and liked the way it sounded, thought it was unique, and just started playing it and had Raymond teach me a lot of things. And I just kind of took up with it. It's really fun. It's a really fun instrument to play.
All right, we'll be right back after this.
Seven, 7838747. 7838747.
Who are you?
Need a ride? Need a ride? Next time, call the MSU van, 783-8747. We're happy to help.
Welcome back to Hear Me Roar. So we have Montana, and as you were saying about being a woman banjo player, have you ever dealt with any type of experience where someone has asked you how you got into the banjo before?
Definitely. The banjo is kind of, traditional music is, you think of bluegrass and you think of old-time music, and a lot of men dominate that. When you think of banjo players, I hate to say it, but most people get the image from Deliverance, and that's really unfortunate because the banjo has a lot of history, and it's a really rich instrument, and it really shows our Appalachian background. So I think more women are starting to play it now, and they're really confident about it. And it's just a really fun instrument to play, and women can play it just as well as men can.
Yeah.
I know a lot of really good women banjo players.
Yeah.
What are the types of songs that you like to do on the banjo? Do you focus more on gospel or bluegrass or?
Well, mostly I focus on old time music, and at the KCTM we have bands. They have bluegrass band, a Celtic band, an introductory band. But we all kind of have our different genres, and I really like old-time music just because it has that old feel to it. And I like to play the clawhammer banjo. It's a different style of playing other than picking with 3 fingers like the bluegrass banjo. So.
All right, well, thank you very much, and we'll be right back after this.
For students living both on and off campus, come check out the new POD store, located in Alumni Tower. POD store is a great way for students on campus to go grocery shopping without leaving campus, or for students looking for a place to spend flex dollars on drinks, snacks, and supplies. Remember, if you're by Alumni Tower, visit the POD store to the right of the catwalk for products on demand when you want them.
Do you wish there was somewhere you could go for all your university-related purchases? Did you know that there is? The University Bookstore, located on the first floor of ADUC, has all of your answers. They have school supplies, art supplies, university apparel, and of course, textbooks. Be sure to stop by and visit the University Bookstore today.
Claypool Young Art Gallery, located in the center of campus, offers a wide variety of art pieces from various contemporary artists in America. Exhibitions rotate approximately once a month and also host art pieces created by Morehead State University students, allowing art majors to experience the learning process of showcasing their art. Playful Young Art Gallery. Come on over today and be inspired by aspiring MSU artists.
For students pursuing a career in the medical health field, come check out the new MSU Share Building. The Share Building is located right below St. Clair Hospital on Fleming Avenue. This building will offer students the chance to further their understanding of medical health and prepare them for a future with state-of-the-art hands-on classes.
Welcome back to Hear Me Roar. Now Montana and her bandmate Linda are going to play us a little song. We hope you enjoy, and that's all for the show today. Thank you.
This is a song we learned from Sarah Wood, an instructor at the Kentucky Center for Traditional Music.